Now, is he a genuine artist or is it all a bit of a hoax? Mr Brainwash, the protagonist of Banksy's hit documentary Exit Through the Gift Shop, is opening his first European show in London. The artistic merit of his work is still hotly debated, but others say the point of Mr Brainwash is to ridicule hype in the art world. Perhaps his name should have been a clue. Here's our culture editor, Matthew Cain.
There's no escaping the Olympics, except that this Olympic logo is made out of old paintings and accompanied by a 20-foot-high gorilla made out of shredded tyres. It's all the work of artist Mr Brainwash, who later this week will open his first British exhibition in the old postal sorting office in London.
We are in England, so there will be pieces of the Queen and English flag and English team, and it's my first show in Europe, so it's like opening the door to Europe.
Mr Brainwash first came to the public's attention in this Oscar-nominated documentary directed by anonymous street artist Banksy. It tells the story of how Terry Getter set about transforming himself into artist Mr Brainwash. The film ends when he's asked to design the artwork for the cover of Madonna's greatest hits, and his first exhibition opens to huge success in Los Angeles.
It's a triumph. It will go down in history.
The people who comes to see me, they're very excited and very happy. So it's like you feel like you've done something good, you know. There is some people who's like, oh, you give me hope, and I'm dropping everything that I do. I want to follow my dream and I want to do something.
But Mr Brainwash's work hasn't been popular with everyone. Many street artists feel it's derivative, and he almost parodies what they stand for. Some have even suggested that the invention of an artist in the documentary was an elaborate hoax perpetrated by Banksy, and one which reduces art to a joke. Raymond Salvatore Harmon has just opened his show GNOSIS in this former warehouse in East London.
The joke being on the public is that why Mr. Brainwash was created as a character. It was to bait out, to see how the art world spectacle was used to create brand names. I think that Mr. Brainwash is sort of the epitome of that. It's the artist as brand name, artist in quotes as brand name.
But Mr Brainwash himself insists that he is a real artist rather than a fictional creation.
I'm here, you know. You see me on camera, I'm for real. You can put me anywhere, you know, I'm going to be creative. I'm going to do something that comes out from my mind.
You could argue that the success of Mr Brainwash calls into question our understanding of art. On one hand, in this age of conceptual art, the very act of creating a hoax artist could qualify as an artwork in itself. On the other hand, with performance art near the height of fashion, Mr Brainwash himself could be considered his own greatest work. But there's one other question many people want to ask. Is Banksy coming to see the show?
Maybe he's here already.
Wherever Banksy might be, Mr Brainwash's show opens this weekend.
Well, that's all from Mr Brainwash and from